All right, we've come up on the 9th hole now here. The 9th hole is really a very interesting hole. You have to carry about probably 140, 150 yards over a swamp area. The swamp area is there not because they didn't refine the course, but golf courses are required to keep a certain amount of wetlands within the confines of the golf course for wildlife. A lot of times golf courses get a bad rap that they don't support wildlife, but they truly do. There's a tremendous abundance of wildlife here at Winding Hills, bluebirds and cardinals and everything you can think of that we see here. Looking down to the green again is in shadow because we're here in the morning. On the left side you have a significant amount of trees. The road actually runs along the left side, Route 17K. If you pulled it over the trees, the tree density of the trees will keep the ball from going over there, but it can happen. On the right side we have some flower gardens and some more trees. So a very demanding shot. You have to pay attention here and make sure you're in good alignment. Now as we come back, and I start to get ready to hit this shot, I'm going to get my alignment as careful as I possibly can. I'll be looking out. I'm going to play this ball a little bit from left to right. May change my mind in the middle of my swing because I see where the pin is on the green. I may play it a little bit right to left, not sure yet. I may make that decision closer to when I swing. So I'm going to get focused here, set my sights on where I want to be. I'm feeling really good about this shot. That is dead solid straight at the hole. Okay, looks real good. All right, it's going to be interesting to see where that came up, but I'm hoping that I'll be somewhere on the putting surface. I'm going to have a very interesting putt. We'll see you down at the green. Okay, we came up a little bit short. The line was pretty good, right on line, but what happened was the ball hit into this bank, this uphill bank, and the ball mark right back here is where the ball that stopped the ball. If it had been flat, it probably would have been the right distance. Now panning back to the hole, we're going to pan back to the tee so you can see it from this angle. And what you're going to see as we pan back is that there's a little white sign which is a drop area. What a drop area is, so that a person doesn't have to stand on the tee and hit one shot after another into the wetlands. They provide a drop area. So the penalty would be one stroke for going into the wetlands and then one stroke out and then dropped in the drop area. The next shot would be played from there. So a person would be playing 3 from the drop area had they gone into the wetland area. Now I'm going to be hitting this shot. It's a little tricky shot, so I'm going to go over the setup on this because I do have a pretty severe uphill inclination that I'm going to have to negotiate here in my setup. When you have this situation, what you have to do is adjust your body to the terrain. So what we have in a shot like this is it's not a straight. If I was standing up nice and straight on flat ground, it would be no problem at all, but I'm not. So I have to adjust my weight. If the slope of the ground is such that you can, without falling over backward, that you can adjust your body so that you're almost perpendicular with the ground plane, that's the way to hit this shot. There are other situations where it's too severe, and what you have to do is go forward and kind of chunk the ball up. But on this one, I have enough of a flatness here that I can set up my body so I'm almost perpendicular to the ground plane. So now my stroke will be able to easily go through the ball with no difficulty, just like I was on flat ground. So let's set up and see what happens. One other consideration here, because you're on this upslope, the club, because it's sitting like this, the club has more loft. So you have to take that into consideration and take your backswing back a little bit further to get the ball to the hole. The ball's going to go up quite high up to the hole, hopefully have a lot of stopping ability. So I'm going to hit this ball almost to the hole on this shot. Again, I'll go back to my mantra. Press, back, brush. Rolling up, looks pretty good. Okay, we got a putt from there. Okay, we came up about 3 to 4 feet short here on that pitch shot. largely because, as I explained, that club has more loft, and I didn't quite anticipate that along with the upslope of the green that I was hitting into. Now I have the challenge of making a short putt. One of the problems we have when we have a putt, this is like a pressure putt. I got to make this putt for par. When you put it into your mind, what I just said, I've got to make this putt for par. Very important you understand the psychology. You never want to tell yourself that you have to do anything. What you want to do is focus on the process of the stroke. Take your time with alignment, be precise, read the green. Now also the green has a little dew on it still. Even though they cut it, there's more dew that's settled in on the green, so I'm going to have to take that into consideration too. So we'll come back and we'll check this with a little plumb bob. Looks fairly straight, so we're not worried about that. We'll make sure we take our time squaring the blade. Square the blade to the hole. Focus very much on my body rhythm. Rule out everything else. Think tick, tock. Tick, tock. Pulled it to the left. Why I pulled it to the left is because I was trying to make the putt. Something in my mind. Let's take that back and try it one more time. Okay, set up again. I'm going to make sure I let the putter go through square this time and resist the desire to steer the ball. Tick, tock. Square in the hole. So those last minute thoughts that you have can have a big effect on the result of the score at the end of a round. Keep that in mind. Take your time with your short putts. They're very important as a 300-yard drive by far. Okay, we're going on to the 10th hole.